and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. In this one, we'll see the New York Knicks against the Boston Celtics. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race. These are the top-ranked rookie talents in the league as their first season in the NBA comes to a close. Well, you look at Williams. There were a few bright spots during the season for him, but overall, just not enough to bring him up towards the top.
And even if he's not at the top of the list, he deserves a lot of credit for what he's done in this rookie season.
Yeah, and look, sometimes it's the situation that dictates how many minutes you get, how many touches you get. He's done a great job with what he's been given.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White out there with Collier. And it's Williams in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for the Knicks, Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. Bridges, the small forward, with Cat playing the four. And it's Robinson in at the center position. And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Good work there as it goes.
He's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. Could be a blow by every single time.
Bridges passes to Robinson. Back to Bridges. To the inside. Here's Towns. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, with his size and build, Towns can be very forceful inside, and no one was able to stop him.
Now here's Brown. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Back to White. This one to three. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Bridges passes to Robinson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Collier. We saw him with 29 points in his last game.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to Robinson. New York working the ball around now. 11 feet out. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist by Clarkson. Brunson's gotten his second bucket on the night. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Outside, Williams. There's Tatum with the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Left side, Brunson. Top of the key. Williams grabs the board.
Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game?
Here's Tatum. Nice D from Bridges. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
What's up?
And that one falls for Towns. Grant, two teams with very high hopes for the postseason. This should be a fantastic matchup.
You know, B.A., I've had this one circled on my calendar. Both sides have talent. They're exciting. You know, it's the kind of game that could come down to the last shot.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Here's Collier. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 7. And the three-pointer goes. Brunson's got 10 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And with the end of the regular season in sight, here are the latest power rankings. You take a look at the Knicks. They've still got a solid hold on that third spot.
Seeing where Boston is, they've been on a roll, victorious in their last 5 outings, really shoring up their #1 seed status.
White, good.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute it. Brian, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Boston with the ball after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the 3 on the other end.
Now here's Towns. 23 points his last outing. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Clarkson. The Celtics also with a sub. Anthony Simons, he's checked in for White.
Considered one of the best players in the game right now, Tatum is hungry to win titles to add to his growing legacy.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Anunoby, following the bucket by Boston. Towns for 3. New York, no good that time either. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on an 11-3 run.
Well, this is why you got to keep pace with Simons, because once he's got a step on you, you're finished.
New York trailing. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. He's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And the Celtics also making a change. Hauser's checked in. Here's Shamet. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla's a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grim, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of...
Oh, wow!
Look out!
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. For New York, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting. Brunson against Simons. Towns on a screen. Right wing. Three-pointer. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And finished off by Tatum.
Well, Tatum has some length on him. Gets down that lane in a hurry.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And obviously the whistles weren't in their favor the last time these teams met, and it cost them.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Boston has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Brown, and he buries his first look.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
.151 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Shaman. Screen by Robinson. Misses the 3. The Celtics on offense. And what they've done on the road this year has been absolutely remarkable. Notching over 35 wins puts them in historic company.
This kind of record proves just how tough this team is. They come in confident to every place they visit and feel as though they can grab the win in front of the other team's home fans every single time.
Pass to Shaman. New York working the ball around now. Outside Brunson. 6 to shoot. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Brunson's got 15 points.
Oh, he's on the attack, hitting 6 of his last 7.
Boston has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. Tatum passes to Hauser. The 3. And the Celtics another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it's Brunson missing.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Well, you got to foul Brown harder than this because he does convert well through contact.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Hachimura's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Boston also changing it up. Cada's checked in for Williams. Minot comes in for Tatum. And it's Collier in for Hauser.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Here's McBride. Pass to Shaman. Left side, Anunoby. All alone. Hauled in by Brown. Simons outside. With the teardrop. Kick out to Brown. Takes a 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Give him 8 points now.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
It's been all about Jalen Brown for the Celtics. He gave his all to help his team in that quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Sam Hauser. Collier is out there with Anthony Simons, and it's Cada in at the 5 down low. Hachimura outside. Counted from distance. Hachimura's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Collier. McBride covers. Here's Hauser. tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Bridges. And he drops it in from the low post. Bridges has got 5 points.
And Bridges is used to having to make contested shots. Good defense just doesn't faze him.
Boston has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Shot's good by Collier.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And the Knicks, another three.
Every chance he gets, Anunoby will take this. He's an accurate outside shooter.
Celtics lead by 3. Pass to Keita. Here's Hauser. From outside, off the mark.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
McBride. And the Knicks, another 3.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Timeout, Boston.
Clarkson's checked in for New York. Derek White's checked in for Boston. With only 1 game left, let's take a look at what the final standings could look like out east. Taking a look at the Celtics. Final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And of course the Knicks, they're just 1 rung below them.
You know, for the Celtics, they're still on top. And of course they're looking to stay there. Just one more challenge to remain the cream of the crop.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Boston pulls it in, and this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Ooh, here's White on the drive, and he slams it in one-handed.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. For 3, Bridges nails it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 8.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop him?
Hauser outside, fires from deep, and again Boston with the triple.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Here's McBride. While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
Towns, he's checked in for New York. Celtics lead by 5. Out to the right wing. For 3, Collier. Towns with a rebound. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor.
Yeah, nice take from Bridges. Love whenever he takes initiative on offense.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you, Ryan.
No quit. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Drops in the 3.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
Hachimura in the post. The rebound, Celtics. From deep three-point land. New York making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. A big group substitution here for Boston. Boucher's checked in for Keita. Tatum comes in for Minot. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Collier. The crossover. Oh, look at Jalen Brunson. Don't let that size fool you.
A flashy ball handler at times. Brunson knows how to carve up scoring opportunities for himself.
White on the wing from behind the arc. Towns with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Anunoby passes to Towns. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Boucher. Back to Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Clarkson grabs a miss. Knicks trail by 3. Brunson, a good look. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so effective from these in-between spots. Brunson doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And here we can check out the story for him.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Here's Brown. Up again. The kick out to White. Lets the 3 fly. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Clarkson passes to Brunson. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
Brunson passes to Hachimura. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Hachimura's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not to be denied, Hachimura has a great motor and competes with the best of them.
Tatum finds Simons. Nice ball movement by Boston. Now Brown. Off target with the 3.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Clarkson passes to Anunoby. And Boston pushing it up now. Here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
Knicks trail by 5. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Hachimura. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Anunoby. Boston also changing it up. Williams comes in for Boucher. And it's Collier in for Simons. Pass to Towns. Now Brunson. Here's Clarkson. Fires the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific mood right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Downtown, Jalen Brown.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Outside Brunson. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Brunson's got 26.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Coach Mazzulla, a pretty good start for you guys. As we look at the second half, what's the message in the locker room?
just continue to do what we do. We had great poise when they were making tough shots and they went on a run. But we played well, we executed. And then once we get to our spacing and our early offense, we're hard to guard.
Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Boston Celtics.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now, running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch of high percentage looks.
Yeah, great chemistry at that end. And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
This kind of performance, fans love to see. Two players going after it one-on-one. I can't wait to see how the second half unfolds.
It's been a fun one to watch so far, Jet, that is for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first two quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first two quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Celtics lead by 7. Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Towns outside. Back to Brunson. Charity stripe shot. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. A remarkable poise there inside.
And he makes it. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Clarkson outside. Just 5 to shoot from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
And Clarkson can drain them with ease from that range. No problem for him on that three.
Out left to the wing. Back to Brown. Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Brunson. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Tatum with it, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. And here's Brown for 3. Buries it from 3. 14 points for him.
Well, when you're as polished and practiced a shooter as Brown, there's no reason to hesitate.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And we take a look now at the season's most efficient scorers from around the league. Number 1, Jason Tatum. 3rd is Derek White.
The shooting has been phenomenal from both of these guys this season. Just look at the percentages they're maintaining.
Kicks it out to Clarkson. Robinson, a screen on White. Clarkson for three. Boston pulls it in.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
And the jam by Brown.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Clarkson outside. Back to Brunson. Inside, Robinson. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
On the wing, Tatum. The three ball. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Towns outside. From downtown. Hits the trifecta. Towns has got 11.
Hey, nice response from Towns. Dropping a 3 of his own.
Here's Brown. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And the Knicks with the possession here. It's a 13-point game. Now here's Clarkson. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Here's Brunson. And it's New York scoring again.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Bridges against Brown. Brown gets the inside finish.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
The Knicks have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. New York working the ball around now. Bridges outside. To the middle. Tipped and stolen by Williams. White drives in. Pass to Williams. Chalk up 2 there. Williams has gotten his first bucket of the night. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Anunoby, he's checked in for Clarkson. And the Celtics also making a change. Simons is checked in for Derek White. Here's Towns. He's got 11. Cat doing what he does.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Celtics lead by 13. It's Brown on the wing. Off the mark there with a 3.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you guys.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Brunson passes to Towns. Bridges outside. Towns on a screen from outside the arc. Bridges misses. Boston has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Pass to Brown. For 3, Collier. The rebound by Bridges. Knicks trail by 15. Over to the left wing. Brunson passes to Bridges. Towns outside. Outside Brunson. For 3, Bridges. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Bridges has got 13.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Simons outside. Takes the 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And that one drops for him.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half. Getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Simons outside. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a 3. Jason Tatum! He's a sharpshooter!
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
And here's Robinson. Now Anunoby. Let's go with a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Brunson looks it over. 2 on the clock. Here's Robinson. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, when stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Minot in at the 4. Here's Simons, and there it is for him.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Knicks trail by 15. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's McBride. Sinks it from distance.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
There's Simons with a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Simons with a steal. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Yeah, good to see Towns being engaged on defense. Just great timing to come up with the rejection.
Another miss by Simons.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Pass to Hachimura. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York working the ball around now. Clarkson for 3. Simons with a rebound. And so Simons will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, charging inside with force. Love seeing Brown go up strong on the drive.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. McBride passes to Towns. There's the 3. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Keita. Here's Simons. McBride covers. Tries to break his ice. And Simons with the lay-in. Simons has gotten 4 this quarter.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
Clarkson outside. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, he's a decent threat from deep. And when Clarkson is on from there, it opens up everything else for him.
And the shot's good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Outside McBride. Towns is screen on Simons. Pass to Towns. Beyond the arc. Boston pulls it in. Simons with it. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's McBride. Tight defense on him. Anunoby passes to McBride. Kicks it out Towns. All sorts of time. That's good on the jumper.
Well, when it comes to big men, you're not going to find a better catch-and-shoot option than Cat.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And some changes here for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Anunoby. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Williams is checked in for Queta. Tatum comes in for Minot. Hauser, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Collier in for Simons. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Allie, thank you. White on the wing. Launches it. The Knicks with the rebound. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, Clarkson's one of those guards who's really good working on the inside.
Well, Stan, now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about it?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
Back to Brunson. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Williams. From deep three-point range. And the Celtics another 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Knicks trail by 19. Brunson passes to Towns. Here's Bridges. Launches a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
White outside. From deep. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady dive from outside.
You got to enjoy watching Bridges take over. Games like this prove how lethal he can be.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Well, he's getting in a groove at the perfect time, just as they're getting ready to do battle in the postseason. Celtics lead by 17. Here's Collier. Now pass to Williams. Robinson with a steal. Now Clarkson. Another chance. And he lays it in.
Well, looking for that point-blank opportunity. Clarkson wanted the highest percentage shot possible.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
The offensive foul is called
For New York, they've gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. Takes a three. The three is in.
A real source of instant offense. Clarkson is not shy when it comes to shooting the ball.
Boston's got 4 of 7 three-pointers to fall in the fourth. The first free throw is good.
At the line, 2 shots.
He makes 1 or 2 that time. Knicks trail by 13. Now Clarkson. And there's the rejection.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim.
White with a steal. Tatum with it. And Clarkson picks him up defensively. Now Robinson. Deflects the pass. White with a steal. Tatum drives to the hoop. Yes, sir! That one's good!
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Celtics.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going. And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks.
Boston foul.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Hachimura comes in for Towns. OG Anunoby's checked in for Bridges. And it's Shamit in for Clarkson. Brunson. Brown pulls down the board. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Beyond the arc. Anunoby there for the rebound. And there it is! Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
It's money from deep.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jason Tatum.